Sliger just dropped an update for us about their small form factor cases and their top loading chassis. Where are they? We don't know, but we do now know or have some better insight onto what exactly happened, because they were supposed to be released or at least out in the wild sometime in May and also by now in June. So what's going on? Before we move on, be sure to drop comments below with any questions you might have, or if you want to see pictures or things like that, so I can forward that to Sliger so they can provide us with more information so we have a better idea of what's coming. That'd be really cool, I think. And also be sure to let them know, if you can, on their social medias, which YouTuber you would like to see to have access to some of this stuff. All right, so with that out of the way, let's actually take a look at the reasons why there were delays. So their top loading chassis were delayed because allegedly in customs during the whole tariff shenanigans, their SAS connectors were actually opened and inadvertently destroyed during the inspections at customs. So those SAS connectors were unboxed and left loose in boxes. They had pins that were bent and the box got a hole inside of it. So they lost about 10% of their imports or their SAS connectors. But the good news is they did get their prototype back planes completed and fully tested this last week. So today is Monday, June 23rd. This was posted about 2 hours ago, or maybe like 4 hours, depending on when this video gets released. So replacement connectors also arrived, and they'll put a rough schedule out sometime in the near future once the PCB components safely arrive to them. For update number 2, they're planning on releasing an updated version of the CX4712, the 4713, the 3701, and the 3702 cases, so that they will now have a PCB backplane, and they do also plan on releasing a retrofit for those same cases alongside of the top loading chassis when those are released. Part of this retrofit will allegedly have all the pretty lights that you can expect from the top loading chassis. I've actually seen people comment or ask for some like HDD activity lights before, so that's probably good news for those of you out there who want that kind of stuff. For the third update, there have been 2 new small form factor cases that are out in the wild for early business testers. I am not one of them. And these are updated chassis to the Cerberus and Cerberus X, so like the step-up version of those. And their goal for those is to make the chassis as small as possible, but at the same time allowing you to store things as massive as an RTX 4090 or I guess 5090 or really any large component. So the goal is to have those same chassis as small as possible, but allow for you to fit the most stuff inside of them. So that's gonna be exciting to see. Don't know what those look like. I assume that will be updated sometime soon once they get some feedback from their early business testers. More other small form factor cases are going to drop, like the Elco and Trego, and a refresh console case, plus an SV590 version 3. These are going to be more towards October in terms of the release schedule. No idea what those look like. No more information about really, I guess, what we can expect from those was given. Lastly, they will be releasing some boring workstation cases, something akin to what you might see from Dell or HP, just something that's simple and all black. However, they did add a little nugget in there about the potential for beige workstations as well. Now, the goal for these is to sell these in bulk for orders of 50 to 100, but we don't really have all the details of what they might look like, or even if they'll let us buy 1 or 2 of the beige workstations and standalone for like some of us home labbers or the prosumers of us out there. So I would definitely recommend dropping comments below or reaching out to them, letting them know that you are interested in buying a beige workstation individually, because that kind of feedback is important for them so they can gauge about how many of those products they need to manufacture. So with all that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.